Another update in the ongoing legal battle between Activision, Blizzard, and the Game Workers Alliance, a newly formed group that just might be the first union in the AAA video game industry. Not necessarily the first union within the games industry as a whole, but certainly the first at a video game company of this size, which has its own big implications for the rest of the industry. Recently, a senator, no, not that one, but Senator Tammy Baldwin reprimanded Bobby Kotick and insisted that he remain impartial and allow for a fair unionization vote in the upcoming battle, as this unionization push has reached the National Labor Relations Board, and this has, again, a lot of implications that are very, very interesting to dig into and may have a lot of impact on the future, not just of Activision Blizzard, but of similar game companies. So without further ado, it's time to take a look at the situation as it stands and see how close the GWA is to potentially making history. To briefly recap, following the firing of Raven Software QA testers after being relocated and allegedly promised both continued employment and raises, Raven Software employees staged a walkout. This escalated into a full-fledged strike and then an attempt to unionize, which is where we are now. They asked Activision Blizzard to voluntarily recognize the union, they refused, and thus it is now up to the National Labor Relations Board, or the NLRB, to recognize the union. In a recent article from the Washington Post, it was revealed that Senator Baldwin told Kotick to, quote, negotiate in good faith with the workers and suspend any efforts to undermine their employees' legal right to form a union and collectively bargain. This comes after quite a few instances of the management within the company, top to bottom, being accused of interfering in the unionization effort in various ways. A recent example of this comes from Jessica Gonzalez, both founder and organizer for A Better ABK, which stands for Activision Blizzard King, and the Game Workers Alliance. In a recent tweet, she shared a bit of a slideshow put together by Reed Smith, the law firm representing Activision Blizzard in the NLRB hearing. As you can see, it alleges that certain types of employees are exploited by unions, including the, quote, lazy, non-productive, or inefficient, footloose and fancy-free, no major obligations or commitments, financial or otherwise, rebel, anti-establishment, opposes society, structure, management, and activist, among others. Baldwin notes that she'll be following things closely, and with the looming shadow of the Microsoft acquisition on the horizon, this continues to be a hard-to-predict situation. The union actually managing to form would be shocking enough, considering how rare that is not just within the video games industry, but in big tech in general. The immediate legal battle is dicey on its own, and there will be no doubt that even bigger potential roadblocks are ahead, and every possible outcome could set new precedent for game devs within Activision Blizzard and beyond. So what do you folks think? Will Bobby Kotick and the management within Activision Blizzard provide an environment in which a fair unionization vote can proceed, or will they attempt to undermine, will they attempt to sabotage this game's push for the sake of better control over the company and better control over the workers within it? And of course, beyond that, if this unionization vote does go through, will this put them at odds with not just Activision Blizzard, but Microsoft further down the line in a way that could be difficult for the workers moving forward? Let me know your thoughts, because there's certainly a lot to discuss. There's certainly a lot of details here that could go in a lot of different ways. And of course, whenever a direction is taken, whenever we get more updates, I'll be back with yet another video. But of course, until then, folks, that's all I've got for you. So thank you for joining me once again, and have yourselves a good one.